John Jay and Rich are on now.
It's John Jay and Rich. Hey, let's say hi to Katie real quick. Katie in Tucson, good morning. You're on the air.
Hey, John Jay and Rich. Hey, Carrie.
Hey. What's up?
I just want to call and let you guys know how much I love your show, and I am completely dedicated. This weekend, I changed my car battery, and it activated the anti-theft system on my stereo, so I have no radio, no clock, no nothing, and every morning I listen to you guys on my shower radio, and I've been bringing my shower radio in my car every morning so I can listen to you on the way to school.
Oh
That's really cool.
Everywhere you go, are you just soaking wet?
I just jump in towel and I'll just grab it and run. So.
Go ahead, pour your drink on my radio. It's not going to break. You know what I like to do is I'll roll up to people at the stoplight and say, hey, can you turn on my station? I can't hear what's going on. Just ask them. Sometimes they'll do that for you.
Katie, that's really nice of you, and thanks for being a dedicated listener. And I tell you what, since you are on the air, or since you're calling in from Tucson, we got this big concert going on there in a couple days. Jay-Z, Kelly Clarkson. We'll set you up with tickets to that show, okay?
Oh, that would be awesome. I love you guys.
Hold on the line.
We
Thanks
love you.
for listening. Okay, speaking of concerts, American Idol was on last night, and I got to tell you, I think back-to-back, you had Tuesday Night's Idol, which pissed me off with the judging, and I thought it was one of the worst Idols ever, versus last night, which I thought was one of the best American Idols ever. It was a completely 180. Last night's American Idol, I thought was as far as an hour of television goes, had every element of great television you could ever have, including the incredibly sexy black dress Paula Abdul had on last night. Paula Abdul, you're on the air, John Jay and Rich. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
What a dress. What a dress you had on. You were trying to put Juliana Huff from Dancing with the Stars to shame last night.
We give you this. We're clapping for your dress, too, as well.
Thank you so much.
You wore it well.
You wore it well, and in HD, I mean, let me just tell you, the
really
black thing and the cleavage, it was just classy and sexy. Nice job.
Thank you. Simon picked me up.
You what?
Simon picked out the dress.
Did he really?
Nice. He has good taste.
He picked it out?
Well, I had three different things to wear, and he picked out that dress.
Interesting. Hey, so with fewer contestants in 2 weeks, I get that you probably won't have to worry about the two judge thing, but next week it's going to be the same amount of contestants. So how do we deal with the judging thing?
There'll be 2 eliminations. 2 go home.
But the performance, it'll still be the same amount of people performing when you guys get the critique.
Yes, there will.
So how are they going to do the judging thing next week? Do you know yet?
Oh, it's back to normal.
Oh, okay,
good.
Good. That's all I needed to hear. Now I'm back.
Hey, by the way, Paula, yesterday I must have spent 15, 20 minutes with Rich on my Twitter trying to follow you, and I plugged in the real Paula Abdul. I use spaces. I use caps. I use small non-caps. I put it all in one word. I did it, and I searched. There was 983 Abduls in Twitter, and I cannot find you.
I appreciate you doing that. And there was an overall big problem with it wasn't just me. There were thousands of people that were having problems with their own Twitter accounts. It's the best thing to do is just go to paulaabdul.com and then hit follow me on Twitter. You can just hit, there'll be a big Twitter button.
What we did, too, is for Paula wants some peeps to follow her on Twitter, and it's actually pretty cool, especially if you're an American Idol fan, because she does it before the show. She can tell you who did good in rehearsals. She kind of gives you a little peek of what's going on behind the scenes. And we put a link on johnjaneRich.com, which will take you to Paula's website, and that way when her new songs come out, if you want to follow her on Twitter, that way you can go right there. You don't have to remember anything. You can go right to our website. It'll take you right to hers. So you are in.
If I follow you, Paula, will you follow me if I follow you?
Absolutely.
I'm on your thing right now. I don't see your Twitter thing.
I'm very nervous because Paula follows me, and now I feel like I have to really step up my game on the tweet action.
I'm on your site right now. There's no Twitter click.
You gotta be kidding me.
No. Nothing yet. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. I take that back. It's at a blue bar in front. Paula's now on Twitter. Click here to follow her.
Okay, don't scare her like that.
No. It is. It's right.
You scared me.
You know, John Jay's a little technologically challenged.
Okay, I'm following you now.
There we go.
Now it's on. Hey, will you Twitter that you were on our show this morning? I guess you can't really ask somebody to Twitter about something.
No.
That's their own. That's bad form, isn't it?
Yeah.
Take it back. I take it back.
Okay.
Okay, so last night you had the choice to save Matt drawn, and everybody chose to save him. But it sounded like Simon, at the end of the show last night, was not convinced.
I didn't think you were as good as you were last night. I don't see that you have really any chance of winning the competition. I'm being honest with you. Matt. We've made a decision. Matt, it's good news.
Interesting. Now, are you happy a day later, a night later, a morning later that you guys saved Matt?
Absolutely.
Me too.
Yeah, he's my fave. I love that kid.
Did you
He's
guys
your
have,
fave.
It was such an emotional night. It was so cool in the studio because everyone in the entire soundstage started clapping and chanting, save, save, save. It was getting louder and louder. It was so unbelievable. You looked over to contestants and they were sitting down and they're standing up and they're like, their hands are over their mouths. They're like waiting and waiting. And then they stormed the stage. It was awesome.
was the decision made right then and there when the four of you were sitting there, or did you guys rally before?
Yeah, absolutely. And Simon was pulling my dress for me to sit down. He was going, sit down. I go, no, I'm not going to sit down. And he was like getting all frustrated. And there was like trepidation. He goes, why? Why are we going to do it now? And I said, it's like, we were like, should we have done it next week? But the truth is, Matt deserves to say.
Yeah.
He had not a great night.
He does. But what if next week Adam Lambert and Danny Goki go? Then what are you going to do? What if they both get kicked out and you can't save either one of them? Then what happens?
Then I better not have sharp objects in my home or anything like that.
Yeah, because wouldn't that be a drag if the two front runners, like, what if tomorrow, our next week, it's disco week, and it's Allison and Adam Lambert that get the lowest votes, and therefore both of them go home?
Well, then Matt would probably win.
It's going to be nail biting. It's going to be nail biting.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, total side note from American Idol, Paula Abdul. Last night I went with my mom and my wife and took the Zamando dance class. Zumba. Yeah, I did Zumba dance class for an hour last night. Tore it up. I was drenched in sweat. I was working it, man. And I find it, I don't know how human beings can be that flexible. And how do you get rhythm? I mean, to have rhythm, you know, it's just, it was fascinating. And I don't know if you ever come here and want to take this class. This girl's 21 years old, owns a studio, and she was good, man. She could move. You know what I'm saying?
You're now a Zumba fan.
I'm a Zumba fan. I don't know if I could do it all the time because, it was just, it was kind of hard on my knees, you know. But then again, I have the body of a dancer.
Uh-huh.
Yes, you do, JohnJay. I mean, I'm jealous.
All serious note, I have very high arches that I've been told ballerinas would die for. Is that not true, Rich?
I think that was, you were told they would die if they had them. I think that's how that goes. I'm not sure. Maybe you got that wrong. Maybe you got that a little mistaken.
Hey, did you find out yet, like, if next week is disco week, like, is it going to be Donna Summer hanging out? Is it Barry Gibb? Is it someone you guys already had before?
Rose Royce.
Yeah, all of those rights are going to sit in fourth there. It's a surprise, I can't tell you.
Oh, it is a surprise.
Is
okay.
it big?
Bigger than a bread box.
Oh, good.
Will you introduce us to the people? Is it somebody we're going to...
Of course. Make sure your camera's ready.
Really? So it's someone we're going to want to meet from the disco age?
From the disco age. You know what? They can make fun of disco age, but wasn't it the best time, like, really fun music?
You know, a lot of that 70s stuff, if you pick a decade of, like, really diverse, cool music, I think the 70s is a pretty strong decade to pull from.
I know, because it was, you know, on the charts, it was a mixture of R&B, urban, and pop all together.
Yeah, you got to throw in everything that was big in it. On the disco side, that was huge. The R&B side was huge, and the rock side was like Zeppelin and Elton John. I mean, you can't get much cooler than that.
I can't think of any disco. I'm going Donna Summer. I'm going Bee Gees. You know, Casey and the Sunshine Band, Rolls Royce. But can you think of anybody? I know the Jackson 5. They
Off
were
the
fun.
Wall. Off the Wall came out in
Off the
78.
Wall, album. Also, Evelyn Champagne King.
Oh yeah, that's another good one.
Cheryl Lynn.
Yes, You